Alrighty, Tashina Gonzalez back here with Vida Activa, and I am back to share with all my monolingual friends, repeating in English what I just shared in Spanish. So we still got a lot of topics that I got to try to tackle before the end of the month when we're deep diving into very specific things at this time. So today we are talking about natural support for polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS. So as usual, as you hop on here, please give me a wave, a hi, a hello. Let me know what city and state you are hailing from. And if you are rewatching this, no matter on what venue, whether it is Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, please hashtag replay so I can know that you've seen this and say hi back. So this is really important because it is the most common endocrine condition among U.S. women of reproductive age. Its symptoms include ovarian cysts, irregular periods, acne, thinning hair, and weight gain. So researchers say, I got an article, and researchers say that the causes of PCOS are complicated, but insulin resistance and hormone regulation are key factors. You may be able to manage these factors and ease your symptoms through lifestyle changes and dietary supplements. But remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to treatment. As usual, now, as we mentioned in every single video, you should always talk to your doctor before you try any alternative treatment. You need to know and discuss with them possible dosage, side effects, and interactions. So what we always start with every single time is eating the right food, because food is medicine, and that's where we always start. So it's all about our whole foods. Whole foods are what we're going to make sure that we eat that are free from artificial sugars, hormones, preservatives, and these foods are as close to their natural, unprocessed state as possible. Fruit, vegetables, whole grains, legumes are what you want to add to your diet if you're not eating so far, and make sure that they are always free of hormones and preservatives. Your endocrine system can better regulate your blood sugar when you do that. You want to also balance your carb and protein intake. So carbohydrate and protein both impact your energy and your hormone levels. Eating protein stimulates your body to produce insulin. Unprocessed high carb foods can improve insulin sensitivity. And make sure you're getting enough healthy protein. Plant-based protein are best. So nuts, legumes, and whole grains. Aim for an anti-inflammatory diet. So one study has shown that PCOS is a low-level chronic inflammation. So adding anti-inflammatory foods to your diet can help ease your symptoms. Consider the Mediterranean diet as an option, and I have an entire video about the Mediterranean diet, so if that's something you're interested in, make sure you hop on my YouTube after this so you can see that. And so it's just a few things that includes: olive oil, tomatoes, leafy greens, fatty fish like mackerel and tuna, and tree nuts. These will all help fight inflammation. So up your iron intake if that's something that you suffer with. So a lot of people have heavy bleeding during their time of the month. In the video that I already did about fibroids, that was one of my issues. And so you're gonna wanna up iron-rich foods such as spinach. Hey Ruth, thanks for saying hi. Such as spinach, eggs, and broccoli. And I have an entire video about iron deficiency anemia because, again, that's something that I suffered from. You're gonna up your magnesium intake. So make sure that you eat things like almonds, cashews, spinach, and bananas. You're gonna make sure that you have high fiber in your diet. Another thing that you're gonna, a couple things that you're gonna consider cutting off coffee. So caffeine consumption may be linked to changes in estrogen levels and hormone behavior. So try decaf alternatives such as herbal teas or kombucha. If you have to have the caffeine, then try for green tea. Also consider soy products. So this is something you definitely want to discuss with your doctor. There are lots of soy products that can act like estrogen in your body. So you need to talk to your doctor about whether you do definitely want to avoid all processed soy, but you also need to talk to your doctor about whether you can have soy milk, tofu, miso, or tempeh. based on your particular body. So then there are also, according to this article that I found, there are also lots of supplements that you might want to add in, and some of them can be added to your food. So inositol and chromium are some supplements you can try. Turmeric, I sprinkle that on almost everything that I eat if it's not sweet. Cinnamon is something. I have an amazing detox drink that I do every morning that I've done a video on that I add cinnamon to, among many other things, and it does a lot of awesome things. Zinc, evening primrose oil, vitamin D and calcium, cod liver oil, berberine, and then there's also some adaptogen herbs that some studies, according to this article, have found to be supporting. So maca root, ashwagandha, holy basil, licorice root, and chasteberry. Another thing that is super important for everyone, but right now we're talking about balancing and having healthy hormones, are probiotics. So your gut and your digestion help reduce inflammation when it's healthy, as well as regulate sex hormones like androgen and estrogen. So make sure that you're taking a good probiotic and eating probiotic rich foods like kimchi and kombucha. Another thing that we've talked about, which just about every one of these videos, and still reigns true here, exercise is super important, and maintaining a healthy weight is super important. Maintaining a healthy weight helps decrease insulin resistance, regulates your period, and reduces the symptoms. And then exercise, you can try gentle, low impact things such as Pilates, swimming, and light aerobics, or some people have also found some relief from high intensity interval training and long distance running. Practice good sleep habits. Aim for 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night. Establish a regular bedtime routine. Avoid stimulants and rich fatty foods before bedtime. Reduce stress. This is something that we talk about every single video when it comes to balancing healthy hormones. So if you just watch the general video that I did about balancing healthy hormones, I talked a lot about stress in there and some of the techniques and things that you can use. But of course, we're going to do things like mindful movement, cutting out caffeine, using our essential oils. Another one that we talked about in all of these videos, limit or avoid endocrine disruptors. I did an entire video on this. So I did my 10-15-minute videos, one of my Feel Good Fridays, on avoiding endocrine disruptors. And this is one of the reasons there's been a lot of people within the last 6 months that have started with our team and been able to get the coaching. And this is the reason why we start with our premium starter kit, and then the next month it is essential that you detox your home, because a lot of the things that people are experiencing, whether it has to do with autoimmune diseases which are related to inflammation or hormone, you want to detox your home right away so you can get to the healthy place that you want to be as soon as possible. So the things we're going to avoid, just quick, things like dioxins, phthalates, pesticides, BPA, glycol ethers. Those are some of the things that we are going to avoid. So a lot of the things that we mentioned and some of the other ones are going to be helpful, right? So we've talked about clary sage and geranium, and just a lot of the general Progressence Plus. A lot of those are still going to be what we're still going to use in order to provide a little bit of additional support while we're changing our diet, while we're exercising, while we're working with our doctor, in order to reduce our symptoms of PCOS. We are going to deep dive into a lot of these things. So we talked about a lot of herbs and we talked about a lot of different things. And Tuesday night, we're going to have a Facebook class on healthy hormones. I will put the link here so that you can make sure that you join that. In that, you'll see some of the supplements that we have that will have these things like ashwagandha and a lot of the herbs that we talk to, so that you can craft your unique thing that you need to have healthy hormones. With that, I'm going to close out this call. As I stated in the beginning, don't forget to say hi, hello, let me know what city and state you are watching me from. And if you're coming on late and watching the replay, then hashtag replay. If you know anyone that is suffering from PCOS, please share this video with them or tag them in the video. And if someone has shared this video with you, get back with them as soon as possible. And don't forget, one of the things that we do on a regular basis is make sure that we coach people as often as they want to be coached. So if this is something that you haven't brought up yet and you need help with, then raise your hand so we can make sure that we craft a unique plan that will help you. With that, I am going to close this out, and everyone have an amazing evening. Bye.